Yo, what's going on guys, Jordan here again, and welcome to another trading tips episode. And in this episode we're going to be trading with bronze and informed silvers, and I'm going to show you guys one or two methods that I find really effective and that I love to use in order to make some nice amount of coins. So the first one I'm going to show is a bit more vague, but it's a bit more of a generalized method I suppose, but it's still effective. So I'm going to put my quality to silver, but you can put it to bronze. You're going to put your minimum price as 5,000 and your maximum price as how much you have. So I would recommend you do this with at least 50k, maybe a bit less, maybe 25, but it just depends on how many players you want to be bidding on. Anyway, you're going to be looking for informs only. You can look for non-informs as well. If you want using this method, you can find some good deals. We're going to find informs with an open bid on them, because that's usually a good indicator that they're going for a good price. So in my case, I might find an Olsen who's going for 110k. And when I checked his cheapest buy now, it was 130k. So including tax, I could easily make around 8k profits, something like that, depending on what the price I pick him up for. Now I'm just going to let this video continue running through. You will see a bronze player in a second, but I'm just going to quickly explain why this method is so good. A lot of people tend to ignore the silvers and bronze informs on the market purely because a lot of people are more interested in gold, which you would expect as they're just generally a lot better players. So people don't tend to want to bid on these players, and therefore you have less competition to actually win the players for a good price. It's also the fact that a lot of these informs tend to be going for a decent price if they're on an open bid. So like I've seen players going for like 20k less than their cheapest buy now, which is a good profit if you manage to pick them up for that price. And I've been using this method quite a lot recently, especially the more money you have, the better this method is. As you can pick up a lot of informs and sell them off for a nice price. And I just enjoy trading with informs. I did use it a lot on FIFA 13, and it did work well for me, and it's working quite well for me on FIFA 14. So I picked up another player here, a bronze player. It's a Johnson. I'm not quite sure what team he plays for. But you're gonna see now. You see in the Tipper League and whatever that league that is, and I find them for going for 18k, and his cheapest buy now is 26k. So that is a nice profit on him if I manage to pick him up. I don't manage to pick him up, but you still get the gist of this method. Now the next method, you want to get up a list like of the bronze and silver informs on FIFA 14, and what you want to do is you want to search for each player individually and find the cheapest buy now. So I'm going to use a Miguel Vitor, I think his name is, who plays in the Hellas League, and I find his cheapest buy now is 35k. So I'm going to try and win him for at least 30k, and you'll see in a minute I do manage to pick him up first. Well, manage to find a player going for 6k. So that's an example of you can find really good deals. I know it's only 17 minutes left, but if we manage to pick him up for a really good price, we can sell him for a nice profit. And that is pretty much the principle of this method. The more players you find for a good deal and add to your transfer targets, the more effective this method will be. So that's it for this episode, guys. It's a really effective method if you do it right and you do it well. It's not too hard; anyone can do it. And as you can see on the screen, I managed to pick up all these players. As you can see, the informs managed to sell some of them on for a nice profit. It was pretty easy to find using these methods. I used both of them, and hopefully it works out for you guys. It's not too hard, like I said, and everyone loves to trade with informs now and then, especially those who are looking to use their higher amounts of money well. So if you enjoyed this episode, leave a like as always. Subscribe if you want to see more content like this, and leave a comment if this method works for you guys. I want to see what you guys think of it. So until then, see you later.